Inside the wet bay are several things we're going to talk about. First off is your inlet hose. This is going to be our supply line to bring water into the coach. So this you would extend out and hook up to your campground post. In order to fill the fresh water tank, you would need to turn this valve horizontal here. It does give us the key right here, fill a fresh water tank horizontal. Anytime we're hooked up to city water and just using city water, this would need to remain in the vertical position. So the other things that we can talk about here, this is obviously for the light inside the compartment. The macerator switch, which we are going to use when we dump the tanks. So we'll talk to that in just a second. Our gate valves, these are powered on the cornerstone. And then our monitor panel, water pump switch, and also light touch panel here. So we're going to go inside this panel and look just behind the panel for a minute at some of the valves that we have actually behind the panel. By removing this panel here, it gives us access to the inside, and we're going to talk about these valves for just a second. So there are 3 valves down here. This one here on the floor is for your winterization. The 2 that are down here in the back are your water low point drains. So that is going to be the low point drain, which will take all the water from inside the coach and drain that out into the ground. All right, there is one more valve that we'll talk about. That is this one right here. This valve is on the output side of the water pump. So what this is for is anytime you're hooked onto city water, you could have that valve in the off position. That will keep water from backflowing through the water pump into the fresh water tank. The gate valves that we use for dumping here, there are 2 valves here. One that is hooked up to a 3-inch valve or a 3-inch dump that comes out the side here out of your macerator. And then you have an 1.5 inch all the way back here in the back. The 1.5 inch is what will come out of the macerator hose that's plumbed into the coach. So when we talk about the macerator, simply this: as you're going to dump your tanks, you would open your tank valve. You would then turn on your macerator, again having this hose extended out and put into the park before we would open any of these or turn this on. But once you turn this on, that runs the macerator. It will pressurize that out and into your park dump. Another thing that's in the wet bay here are the whole house filter and the Purifier filter. So this filter housing right here is going to be the whole house filter. So you'll want to keep that thing cleaned and changed. The other filter is going to go right here in this location. So this is going to be your drinking water and your ice maker filter. You will want to make sure that you hang on to this blue bypass pipe just in case you winterize this coach. In the event, you'll need to pull that filter out and put the bypass in so we can get antifreeze into the coach.